surprisingly, I'm sure you probably are aware, there's a lot of drone conflict everywhere.
Dude, there are like 50 countries all over the world where like major armed conflict like is going on or could easily break out.
The CIA carried out a drone strike on a port
Overnight,
facility on
Russian
Venezuela's
forces
coast.
unleashed one of the largest drone
Now, a
barrages.
drone strike has targeted one of the largest gas fields in the Kurdish region of northern Iran.
You know, the Israelis might go bomb Lebanon again. Like there's, you know, Sudan, South Sudan, Mali, Niger, Chad, Nigeria.
Yeah, I feel like if you
Burkina Faso.
don't have nuclear weapons, you're getting conquered.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 7 countries in the world. You noticed that I was actually shitting on big USVs out with Dan Maggie.
My prediction here is that these large autonomous boats will be bigger failures than the littoral combat ship.
And now we got you on here finally
Yeah.
to talk about maintenance.
The Navy, you know, has been very thoughtful recently, and they've said your stuff needs to work for 720 hours.
Okay.
No touch.
But if you do get like a fault
Yeah.
out at sea,
Yeah.
what's the plan? We're competing now, Jack. Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking. Yeah. No, we're
Tell me about it.
so very focused niche podcast. We were inspired by your, you know, servant leadership in the
Yeah.
podcast space.
Thank you.
And Tim Glenatsis and I, who has a background before he came to Blue Water of 25 years building ships at General Dynamics, building like some of the biggest warships that we have. We started a shipbuilding podcast.
Nice.
And there's one criteria for coming on. It's you got to be building like some physical maritime power.
Yeah.
And so the first season we, you know, had HII on, had some startups on, had some welding dudes on, had some workforce. The workforce is all jacked up, you know, guys on.
You haven't sent this to me yet.
I'll text you an episode or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about naval reactors engineers? Former NR engineer.
Yeah. I keep hiring nukes by accident. I don't know why.
You should.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so shipbuilding is
very focused though.
So season 1, you're doing seasons?
Yeah, we did a season. We just wrapped the first season. We'll put the last 2 or 3 episodes out, you know, and then we'll do
I think niche is really where to go
next month. Yeah.
Yeah, niche.
Yeah.
Like I'm more of a variety show.
Yeah, you're
broad-based.
defense industry,
Yeah.
you know. But we were like, hey, there's something going on here, and like let's hone in like
There's
something
going on. There is something going on.
Yeah.
What is going on? I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, we got to get the market map ready just while we're talking.
So should we talk shipbuilding first? Or should we talk just like USVs? Because
Well, no, let's talk shipbuilding first.
Okay.
I think we started big picture.
Yeah,
because we got the Trump battle class. We got all kinds of shit.
We got a flotilla off Venezuela still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I think, you know, shipbuilding, the unmanned stuff is great. It gets a lot of face time, right? But at the core of it, our Navy is still a small number of very big, very expensive ships. It's like 296 or 95 of them. I kind of the number changes every month or two.
Yeah.
But we need more ships, right? And we need more tonnage on the water. And really, what we need is more payloads on the water, which is why drones are on the water because they can deliver the payloads without ships. But the battleship's interesting, man. I mean, I'm rooting for it. I think everyone's rooting for it. The news this week that jumped out to me that is sort of a bad sign probably is the Navy's awarded GD and HII a contract each to help work on the design, a 6-year contract.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what takes 6 years to like? Isn't 6 years longer than like the Apollo program? Like, I didn't look back at the Apollo program. I'm probably wrong, but like, that seems like a long time, man. Like, what are your tight cycles? What can you iterate on quickly, right?
Well, let's see. As someone who was in the big shipbuilding industry
As a shipbuilder,
before, there's a lot of like requirement. There's a lot of stuff that goes on these ships. You know, it might take a couple years, maybe like 6, but
so, yeah. So like, if
like,
we look
these are
at
big ass ships, bro. There's a lot on it.
I agree, they're massive. But if you look at frigate, littoral combat ship are the 2 most well-known like problematic shipbuilding situations recently. But the 2 that are also pretty problematic and very relevant for BBBX are DDGX, so Destroyer X, i.e. like future destroyer, and then DDG 1000, which is the Star Wars looking one. Star Trek looking. And the first captain of the first Zumwalt, his name was Captain James Kirk, just like the Star Trek dude. Kind of sick. Yeah, he was in my strike group. Yeah. So, but like all 4 of those programs kind of suffer from the same problems. One is it's a large ship.
Yeah.
Right? So it's complex, and it's going to take a while to design. Also because it's large, there's only 1 or 2 places you can build them.
Yeah.
So there's not competition in the market, and you got to
Yeah.
rely on the same guys, and they have other stuff to do, right? They're building our destroyers and our submarines. Oh, there's a lot of payloads, and there's a lot of integration, and like, unlike this drone that has one payload or maybe two, you've got 100 payloads that you have to network together.
Yeah, there's networking requirements. There's obviously the propulsion stuff. There's like, what's the crew gonna do?
And then the last part,
you got to negotiate on crew size for like at least 2 years, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And so here, let's go back to crew. I think with DDG-X, I could get this wrong, or maybe it was DDG-1000. They bet on these future payloads of what'll be ready in 5 years, and then they have to go bet. Oh well, we're having this new anti-drone gun that Steve's inventing on the ship that'll be ready in 5 years. We're gonna need 10 sailors to man that, or is it 2, or is it 20? And what rates are they, and what training do they need? Where does their bunks need to be? What ranks are they for? Like all this stuff.
So much
think
stuff.
about. And the future payloads, those bets were just wrong because they tried to predict too far out in the future.
Yeah.
So like that's the risk of like a 6-year design spiral. Like we don't know. 6 years ago, 2019, Defense Tech was Anduril and Shield AI.
Yeah, and the primes. Obviously.
Yeah, but like nothing, right? It just didn't exist.
Yeah, of course.
So think what's happened the last 6 years. That's insane.
It is insane.
Why, like, we can't bet our fleet on something that might happen in 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They're just big projects, and this is how they're used to doing it. So, I mean, what's the answer? Because it sounds like they're getting these contracts.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. No, I think.
But it sounds like they're getting them. It's going to be, the new administration might come in and cancel that shit.
That's
Like
that's why I'm like, if you're gonna do something really hard, be like, hey, knock this out in 2.5 years. Whatever you're doing, knock it out in 2.5 years. So we'll have, our whatever side you're on, this administration will own its own decision. Be like, yep, we're doubling down more money into this. This was the right thing, or we'll try to kill this ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many like actual shipyards that could build these things. Like Newport News.
It's the same 2 shipyards building. It's
Newport News and what? Groton?
It's Bath Ironworks. Yeah. And Pascagoula. Ingalls. Yeah.
Ingalls.
Yeah. Which is the HII's and GD's yards for destroyers.
Yeah. So if they have the yards, they kind of have the inside track there.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be a long design cycle.
Yeah. No, I'm good with those guys. I think those guys build dope ships. I'm just worried it's too long of a design cycle, and we're going to repeat the same mistakes.
Well, in the meantime, we're building unmanned ships.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason we need unmanned is like we can build these things right now. We can build them in commercial shipyards, right? We can build them in small shipyards all over the country.
But why do they have to be unmanned? We got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Now we got the expert on finally.
Yeah,
we've been waiting for a USV expert to come back on, Jack.
Well, there's hundreds of USV experts out there. There are very few unmanned ships.
I mean, you can show them the market map.
Yeah,
we're not going to go through the whole market map because
it would take too long. Guys, this is not original. No offense.
I made this. What are you talking about? This is way original. We got Middle Earth companies.
All right, no, sorry. The labels are great. Yeah. All right, now I see the groupings. Okay.
This is original.
Sorry, before I look at the details, it's like
this is original work.
It's just like the same boxes and logos. So I was like, oh no, here we go.
You notice how Andurils in every box? Is this AI?
So
we've got all kinds of good stuff here.
So Vatten's a UUV company. Are you putting UUV companies with USVs?
No, it's also partly not correct.
Okay,
on purpose.
Okay, but my logo's cut off, bro.
But you'll notice that what underpins the whole map is the USV companies, and then everything else above it is great other categories.
Well, if you think about it, if everyone else is doing some sort of like payloads, right, or other system or mission systems, or if they're on ground and they want to adapt to like put something in the water because water world, right?
Water world.
Then the ship is really the platform play for everybody,
No, I mean I agree. Everyone this is
we'll put Anduril in USV companies
Twice.
They're in there twice.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, they're in our. I mean, they're in everywhere.
Well, can we explain? Yeah, I mean, mostly this is a.
Just put Anduril in every box.
Yeah, we did.
Put Anduril every single, but no, every box. Yeah.
I need to put them in Legacy Primes up with us.
Yeah, put them in Legacy Primes. They're in space.
I was doing a partnership deal the other day with a company, and they were like, "Why are you moving so slow?" And I was like, "Whoa, we're a prime. Like
we're a major.
Like you don't understand." No, but I'm serious. I was like, we've been developing our product for 3 years now. Like we don't do anything too quickly here. Okay, you better stop.
I like that.
Like, you better slow your fucking roll, bro.
Yeah.
They started laughing. They couldn't tell if I was serious or not. I'm like, no, I'm serious.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
I should use that because like we're slow because we're building a massive ship.
Yeah.
You know,
I was like, bro, we're at
Yeah.
Prime. I was like, I was like, we aspire to be Lockheed. Like Lockheed fucks.
Yeah.
Like, what are you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, Raytheon's in now after the president
Yeah,
tweeted.
yeah, it's true, it's
We're
true.
way like Raytheon. Yeah.
what is the president going to get some stock? I know he wants some equity in these companies. I think he wanted to get some of that. I'll give him some of my equity, dude. Imagine we got the fucking army to get equity or something.
That'd be savage.
Then I honestly, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is actually a serious convo. Like, I think the service, like the administration, does want to look at that. Like,
I can see that.
they've been like OSC, Office of Strategic Cap, all these guys. Like,
Yeah.
they're looking at that. I don't know as a free market like person if I love that, but
Yeah.
I mean, we would certainly look at it as a founder. Like,
I just haven't analyzed it myself yet.
no, there's been some rumblings about this. I was looking at, and I love like weird deals. So
I know. Oh yeah.
I'm a weird
I'm
deal.
sure you do.
I like-
Yeah. We know, Steve.
I
Yeah.
like weird- okay, but so not a lot of, on a serious note though, not all of these are really doing like USVs. They're like,
so
and
like,
there's other ones that I
yeah.
missed on here.
Well, some of them are just undersea. Is the issue? Is you could maybe put the UUV companies in one bunch.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Like
As a sub-block.
As old unmanned maritime platforms, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah.
But what's happening in the let's talk USV though. Okay, we can pull this way.
All right. So here's some crazy shit
Yeah,
in the
let's
USV
talk
space.
USV.
So 2 months ago, this company launched called Magnet.
Okay.
Have you heard these guys?
No.
Yeah. So almost no one has. But the defense press picked it up because I think they put out like a press release.
Okay.
You know, like they didn't tweet or whatever. And they're like, we have an autonomous ship. It's sailed like thousands of miles, it's tested, it's proven, it's got all this time at sea. And this is like, when I say autonomous ship, a bigger, just from the model they showed and the stats they said, way bigger than what us or Saronic or HII is building.
Just like some they just made some shit up.
Well, I mean, maybe they didn't, right? And so
Okay.
so you kind of double click, you're like, hey, like what the fuck's this, you know? And it was all just coming out via like sort of trade publications, you know, like Defense News, stuff like
Okay.
that. And I look and like the founder's super legit. Like this dude has like sold next to like a bunch of companies,
Yeah.
like starting in the 90s and the 2000s, like very legit
Yeah,
entrepreneur and businessman. I was like, all right, weird. But then you go on their website and it's like nothing, and it's like marketing smoke and mirrors, and there's like one render. That was 2 months ago, and I texted like the reporters who like really know the industry. I talked to guys in the Navy, right, who like scout for tech for USVs.
Yeah.
They'd never heard of these guys, and like if you went and built this, why would you not go talk to the Navy
Yeah.
experts, right? And then this week, these guys buy Metal Shark. This is a shipyard in Louisiana. It's right down from Gulfcraft, which Saronic bought. And there's
Yeah.
sort of a cluster of like very small, like old school yards, like right there on the river.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, Gulfcraft and Metal Shark are sort of like not twins, but like cousins. You know, they're like right there. And so the same way Saronic snatched up Gulfcraft like a year ago or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy just snatched up Metal Shark like right next door. But then you go to his website, and this is the second time they've had like any press. The render is different on the ship, which they already supposedly built, and like they're clearly legit. Like they just bought a yard.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think these yards are like doing super well. It's not like a
No,
you know,
dude, shipyards are bad.
it's not
business.
$100 million purchase or anything like
Yeah.
that. Because there's no multiple. But like, what are they doing? And like, why would you say your ship is out there? And I'm not like doing this even to talk shit. I like literally just want to know. And like,
we need to get to the bottom of this.
and I'm amped. There's more competition these days, and there's too many people texting me. Like I was considering just like tweeting last night of like a summation of like, here's all the things people have texted me with questions and the only facts we know about this company. Like, can someone like get to this guy?
Yeah.
You know, and like you should come on my podcast or mine. Yours,
Get him on
whatever. Yeah, I
Shipbuilding.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. So Metal Shark, is that a big yard or?
So Metal Shark, no, I'd say small. I
Okay.
mean, aluminum. They did some work with L3 on some USVs.
Yeah.
I think I could be misquoting them. I think it was with the L3.
Mhm.
They're kind of a smaller old school yard, but they've been trying to dabble in the USV space a bit.
Yeah. Well, all right. Talk to me about, the progress you guys have been making since last time. I know you guys have been just fucking going at it hard here.
Yeah. So I mean, we've been designing away. You know, we have a very large supply network now of like enough to put together all the parts of a ship. We are through functional design on our ship, and we're doing all the detailed work. And like we could go build it right now, but we're not.
Why not?
Because we'd start and we wouldn't be able to finish,
Yeah.
which is what the Navy always does, right?
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
we're disciplined. We're not going to do that. Like I'm the marketing guy. I obviously would like a photo of the
Yeah.
of the metal.
Yeah.
And like all shipyards and shipbuilders want to get a photo of them with the steel. You know?
Yeah.
Or the aluminum guys probably they like that too, but steel's better, you know.
You're doing so. You got the design, and shopping the design or what to customers? Like
no, we have customers.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I can't make any sort of announcements about contracts or anything, but we have customers. And we're working through some processes, you know, and things are rolling, you know. So we're building our, you know, the first ship will be done this year, and maybe some other stuff too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so we're gonna what you and I were talking about just before is we're gonna launch our product in February at the AFCEA West conference, which is like a big Navy conference in San Diego. And so we're gonna host a like product launch event that's like techie.
Are you doing like a slightly scaled down replica?
Yeah, I mean like very scaled down because the real ship is 190
No,
feet,
I know, but I like went to the Shield AI like XBAT launch event. Did you go to that?
I saw that. I didn't go to it, but I saw it. Yeah,
they had like a 70% replica.
Well, for XBAT you could do that, but
it's still huge.
I know. I was texting this morning like literally with the shipbuilding guy and marketing, and we're like, let's do something because we have all these models right now. They're like this big or this big. I'm like, I wonder could we do like a 5 foot or 10 foot model? You know,
I actually thought that it was the real XBAT.
Yeah,
I was standing next to it.
Yeah,
you know, did you see that picture of me next to the XBAT? It was. I
mean, at that point, why not? If you've done 70%, why not do 100%?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
but it was crazy.
Yeah, but I need a big one though. You know, now and like we're through functional design, so like maybe like some stuff on the deck will move a little bit, but no one cares. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna launch. I was gonna do a product launch too for our new product.
You should do it.
It's a laser from space that hits hypersonics.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a launch.
Have you shot down any hypersonics yet?
No. Have you built a ship yet? Who gives a shit?
None of the USV companies have built a ship yet. It's amazing.
No. Well, not none.
No, none of us.
Havoc.
No, they didn't build a ship.
Well, they buy the ship.
They didn't build any ships.
Saronic, I've seen that.
They didn't build the ship. They're almost done. They're almost done with their ship.
Not the big one or the small one?
Well, when I say ship, I mean like a real ship.
Oh, yeah.
The speedboats are great. The speedboats are great, but it's different. It's just like a different
no one's
problem.
built a ship yet.
Yeah, none of the maritime autonomy companies have built a ship yet. Saronic's very close. They're almost done.
Speaking of the nuance of if you built a ship or not, switching gears back to nuclear for a moment, I liked the Isaiah kid, the Valor Atomics. I don't know if you follow the SMR space. Okay. I like when they like segment out that they're like, we're the first ever startup to take a reactor critical. Like, who cares, bro? If you're a startup,
dude, that's how you kill a lot of people.
No, but it's not even that. It's just like a funny segmentation. Yeah. It's like we've had reactors go critical for like 100 years.
Yeah. We've had a few of those things where there's a few of those things where like it's probably me. Like I go to the guys, I'm like, guys, we're the first like really obscure niche fact.
I'm gonna be like, we're the first. ACS is the first startup to shoot a drone down. Yeah, it's like okay, everyone shot a drone down before.
Yeah.
The first one.
So a really funny one. When I was in business school, I went on one of my trips. I was with like 20 other kids, were like traveling somewhere.
Yeah,
and one of the couples, the spouse, he was a MIT admissions dude, and so his whole job is like read resumes, like get kids into MIT. He says the number one way to get your kid in MIT. What do you think? What do you think it is?
Professional or sports.
So I think at other schools that would be right.
Yeah.
And like I read all the bribery scandals about college. Actually, a kid in my class who I grew up with was in the college admissions scandal, which is a whole different sideline.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The parents are in jail.
Okay, so not sports. What is it?
It's have a reactor meltdown in your garage. So if you want to get an MIT specifically, like number one way. So like if your kid, you have a kid, right, Steve?
Yeah.
How old is your kid?
3.5.
3.5. So when your kid's like 8. If they want to look like a total prodigy, you should have them like invent some like really dangerous shit in the garage. You could do it, but have it look like it was them. And then create a series like, your kid lives in Alexandria.
Yeah.
And like have it be so severe that the neighbors call the police, i.e. like a minor meltdown or something. And then the police are like, oh, this kid's a fucking genius. This is like Tony Stark.
This is like growth hacking.
And they're like,
kids.
okay, he didn't get this from Simone. He got it from the mom, obviously. But like this kid's like send this kid to MIT like right now. And like admissions gets a call from like the state of Virginia being like, it would be unsafe for this kid to not even stay in high school. They need to come to college like right now.
Yeah. This is a growth hack for kids.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
The college admission shit.
No, you have to start doing like Palmer's been like making up like have you seen the Subterranean domain thing?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's like space is cool or whatever, but the next frontier is the Subterranean.
I think that's a fake out. I think it's a false flag.
I think he's joking, but if he isn't, it's hilarious because then he goes, one of his interviews, he goes, I've actually prototyped this in my garage. And I've been doing that now lately. I've been like, I've actually prototyped space lasers. When I was a young kid, I was doing this since I was a child.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's joking. However, I think There's stuff in Ukraine underground. There was a lot of stuff in Israel in the tunnels.
Yeah. Subterranean domain.
I was involved when I was in the military in helping plan an invasion that we did not do for some underground stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are we doing all this with the tunnels and all that? But I kind of realized now that there's been some stuff.
I mean, dude, have you seen Starship Troopers?
Yeah,
like, dude, it's got the
I don't
aliens
think it's a big
underground.
market though. It's not a big market. Like,
It's the biggest. He says the biggest.
There's no way.
There's a lot more dirt on Earth than there is stars in the galaxies.
Have you read Three Body Problem?
No.
Okay. So
what is it?
you read the book too? The second book? They're all living underground.
Oh yeah.
Steve, it is
It's
the
like
most
Silo?
mind-blowing. It makes Silo look like
Yeah. It's terrible.
the first one. Oh, read the second one.
Well, they're underground.
It changes how you think about our species.
Oh shit.
Like it changes your perception of what is in the universe and what time is and what dimensions are. And it's like a sick sci-fi action book.
I need to read this.
Like, do you watch The Martian?
Yeah.
So The Martian, I would say, is like the gateway drug for like a very simple like sci-fi movie, right? You know, like the Martian author, he wrote a book called Project Hail Mary, which is a little more ambitious, kind of a bigger universe. And that's good. Like, you go to the next solar system, it's like very good, like right? Like I read it during COVID, I was like locked in an isolation facility somewhere. Three Body Problem is like 1,000 times the world size of that, and such amazing like geopolitical realism. This dude, it's a Chinese author.
Chinese,
too.
I was about to
Chinese
say,
author.
China.
Xi Jinlu. I tweeted about this when Venezuela happened. This dude predicted casually as a background for. He was like introducing a random character.
Yeah.
Who like happened to be previous president of Venezuela. He's like, oh, this guy led the insurgency against like the U.S. forces when they invaded Venezuela. Like that's his backstory.
Oh wow.
He casually predicted like all this. Beast.
Yo, this guy. Okay, so and it's Chinese. So are you getting? Is there some propaganda in there or no?
No, I mean
it's just straight.
Fully, but like there's
Maybe.
So there's some propaganda because one of the Chinese characters starts during the Cultural Revolution, and she's very not into having the Cultural Revolution happen to her and her family, obviously. So, but I don't want to spoil. But like anyone
so
who's
the book
read it,
better than the show.
Oh yeah, well, the show they did the first season of the show last year. It was like good, but it was like they had to have too many compound characters, and it seemed like one of the shows where like the acting was fine. They focused on having like really hot characters, which is like if you read the book, you're like I could see any like TV show for this. You know? Like this show is supposed to like make you change how you think about the world.
But the book
like
is where it's at.
Oh,
and there's two.
There's three.
Is there going to be three?
There's three, and the second one's the one that everyone's like, whoa.
Is the third one out yet?
Yeah. The third book's very.
So it's all. It's
all three are out. Yeah, and
have you finished the third book?
I've done all three. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the second's really like Empire Strikes Back type shit.
Yeah, it's exactly Empire Strikes Back. Yeah.
It's
called
good
Dark Forest. And so the Dark Forest theory, if you heard about Dark Forest theory,
yeah,
it comes from the second book's called Dark Forest because guess what? We're in a dark forest with aliens.
Oh, that's
they just
fucking.
haven't found us yet. So okay, so this is why you're gonna love the second book. So if we are, say the three of us, right, are the three species of like life in the universe, and I'm on Earth, and Steve's on Mars, and Jack is on Pluto, and we haven't found each other yet. Well, we don't know who's more technologically sophisticated, right? However, we do know that if the other guys find us first, then they're probably more, and I'm like botching some of the explanation here, they're probably more technologically sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't know about their rates of change, of how fast they're learning and like improving with tech. But you do know you have a big problem, or you might have a big problem. And you could just basically do the game theory. And the game theory is if they find you first, they have to kill you.
Because they can't let you get bigger.
And because their rate of change will surpass yours somewhat. And if you find them first, you have to kill them. And that's like the simple, it's a total prisoner's dilemma game theory. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. You don't have to kill them, but you should.
But the game theory is very clear. And like he takes it in the book and you're like, oh yeah, there's only one way through this.
Yeah. So what you're saying is no one's found us yet to kill us. Or else we'd have to be dead.
Or they found us, they detect us passively. We didn't know that they detect us and they're coming.
Yeah, I could see that. That would be, dude, if we had an alien invasion, we would be...
The defense tech bros would be key.
Well, I don't know if we would be able to do much against a technologically advanced alien race.
I'm not saying we would. Yeah.
I mean, they'd be looking at Bullfrog like, what? Fuck that shit. Switchblades coming at you.
I imagine Steve at his house in Austin with like 100 bullfrogs like surrounding it, defending itself.
I'd be calling Olaf. I'd be like, nice fucking drone. We just got hit by alien lasers, bro. Like, they don't give a shit about this. This is actually a really nice piece, though. I can't wait till you give me your replica.
We'll bring it on. Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't have any ships here.
Well, I carry it around like on the hill and like with customers, but I just can't bring it out yet.
Yeah,
so.
I know we'll get one eventually though, right?
Oh yeah, we'll bring it
because we're missing ships for the table.
I just have my marketing swag budget.
And as a former naval officer, I feel like I'm a poser.
Were you on any ships, Steve?
No, I mean I've been on ships like sea trials.
Yeah.
Actually, let me come for your sea trials.
That would be not fun for you because there's no people on our ships.
Yeah, but I want to like at least break the champagne over it. You know, like to do.
Yeah. We did that for our test vessel. It was fun.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, your sea trials, we can do it on shore, and then you guys can go out without a person.
Spoken like a classic Rickover desk jockey. Got him.
I mean, listen, I'm the voice of the industry.
Steve, we can do the sea trials on shore, Simone. Let the admirals hear that, bro.
I mean, voice of the industry. What do you want from me? Okay. Are you going to... So let's go back to we need to segment the market, USV, right?
Yeah.
So you got how do you view the segmentation?
So on your map, I'd say USVs, UUVs.
Yeah, that's first.
Yeah, for one. And then there's a bunch of software companies who like say they're doing platforms, but they're really not.
So trying to do software.
Yeah. So like a great company who's like the old guard you had up there is do the map again.
Which one is it?
So Sea Machines, one of the first, like out of MIT, one of the first companies really to make unmanned maritime vessels a thing. Really cool. But like my understanding of their business model, they just bolt sensors on and put software on to an existing vessel to make it autonomous. So they're not like building, full USVs. There's some others that are kind of just like software-y,
Okay.
And then I'd say there's those guys. Green CIQ is an interesting one because they have a lot of like amphibious stuff. So they have like robots like roll up onto the beach. Okay. So it's like, are they UVs? Are they USVs? They're more UVs because they go underwater. But then I would segment a little bit by who are you serving. So like Bedrock and some others are doing more like started in the commercial world doing survey undersea.
Or like CSATs and sail drone, kind of commercial.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, commercial, but they're doing a lot in defense, and like I would take a bucket of those guys. Like, who are the guys who are doing a renewable powertrain and like CSATs and sail drone, the obvious two there, because they're kind of like doing their own thing, like really good endurance.
Yeah,
like they can stay out there forever. They're nice and cheap, especially CSATs. But they're not going to carry like high power payloads and never going to like maneuver a bunch, Yeah. And then I would do a bucket of like the guys who have ships, right? So like on this map, that's us and Saronic. And I would put HII on here, honestly. Like, don't leave the primes out, man.
Is Anduril doing ships? What are they doing with Hyundai or whatever?
My understanding of Anduril's work here, and this is just sort of Austin's speculation with some rumit, is they are on or getting onto one of the Navy's programs for unmanned surface, but one of the smaller ones, so like not really a full ship. And then I think with Hyundai, they're doing some work to build some bigger stuff, but it's going to take a bit. And they're probably like seeing what Hyundai's good at, seeing what they're good at, and like that'll take some time.
It could be a prime. Yeah, they're gonna move at the prime speed here.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute.
But it makes sense for them to try since they have such good government relation. They may as well try more products.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like on here, I mean, like Anduril has a ton of products. Like, I mean, I think Saronic's doing UUVs too. Like doing a bunch of other stuff. Like they're big. They have to have many products and be multi-product companies, and then you get distracted. So like, I mean, I think for everybody, but especially for me, like building a big ship is really hard.
Dude, it's hard.
Dude, right? Even like building this turret, it's hard, right?
It's hard.
You got to get a lot of reps and sets in. So like, we're gonna do that one thing really well, like repeatedly until we're beasts at it, and then we're gonna,
I like the focus.
Yeah.
Have you figured out different payloads now? You're dropping drone swarms and stuff.
We're launching some drone swarms, carrying some missiles.
It's
sensors.
all modular, right? The shipping container, right?
Yeah, it's all shipping containers. You can put us in the shipping container thing too. We're big shipping container guys.
Is it gonna have things in shipping? Is it gonna have like hypersonics on there and stuff?
We could. I mean, those I think are generally
that's more for the Trump battle.
Bigger missiles. So I would want like VLS to shoot for like vertical launch like canisters to shoot big hypersonics. Yeah. But I'm sure the Castilian guys and some other shops are working on. I ran to another missile company yesterday. Are working on some containerized hypersonics because that would be a big problem for the Chinese dudes.
All right, so big drama. You noticed that I was actually shitting on big USVs with Dan Maggie, and now we got you on here finally to talk about maintenance.
Yeah, the maintenance.
What's the maintenance plan?
The Navy, has been very thoughtful recently, and they've said your stuff needs to work for 720 hours.
Okay.
No touch.
No
Like
touch.
it's got to work, right? Like the software needs to work, the hardware needs to work.
That's the requirement.
Oil, like well, they didn't say they wouldn't buy it if that wasn't true,
but that's
we know.
their goal. That's
Yeah,
their
yeah,
goal,
it's yeah. And so like everything needs to work.
How
right?
many days is that?
It's a month.
A month.
Yeah. And so I'm like, that's really interesting. But guess what? The ocean's big. It takes you 2 weeks to get on a station sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? And then you need to do your mission for a bit and then go back 2 weeks. We've made our stuff so you can like swap everything in and out, concentrate all the complexity in these containers, and just use as many commercial parts as possible so you're not like waiting for the one supplier of the one mil-spec widget. You know what I mean?
But if you do get like a fault
yeah.
out at sea, what's the plan?
Our architecture is very fault tolerant.
Yeah.
So we are doing
redundancy.
we're doing a lot of math so that we're like, hey, this widget breaks. Guess what? We do that. So there's 6 of them lined up, and they're not driving costs. We didn't buy the like really expensive mil-spec one. There's 6 of them lined up and just fails over between them. Boom, 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 boom. So like we're doing all the math. That's why we're testing at sea.
But what's the propulsion system?
I can't fully announce our propulsion system right now, but we're using a conventional type of power, and it goes into a very fault tolerant architecture. Yeah. And we're going to announce to Steve at our product launch in February in San Diego. You should come.
I will come.
And we'll show you the architecture and everything.
But the propulsion system might only have maybe like 1 or 2 redundant paths.
Maybe it'll have 10.
Well, I don't know about that.
But I mean, maybe it's not 1 and it's not 10. But I can tell you that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not really trying to.
Yeah. And we have some very exciting partnerships on the propulsion side. Some people who've been doing some stuff for a long time really well, the most reliable stuff in the business.
I like that. Okay, so basically the plan is high reliability on different and having different, like what we call it in the naval reactors world, redundancy and coincidence.
Exactly. And you need to take your maintenance plan of like all the stuff a sailor would do every hour, every 6 hours, all the checks, right? Every day, every 5 days, like oil change every 500 hours, for example, like on a diesel engine, if you were using a diesel engine. We've just taken all that and we have a Gantt chart and everything is over here on the end of the chart. There's nothing in the middle because we've automated stuff and created architectures.
Well, particularly the ship design is a lot simpler because there's no people.
Exactly.
So in that way, it should be easier to maintain.
And that's why you have to do like go to fully unmanned and skip the optionally manned thing, because until you take the last guy or girl off that ship, the last sailor, then you have to have all the stuff for the sailors. You have to have bathrooms and kitchens and and places for them to sleep and hang out and all that, right? Like so, like when you go from 1 to 0 on people, you can save 20 or 30% of your space and all this extra weight and stuff. And there's like ventilation that's just for sailors and humans because people want a certain temperature, that's different than the temperature the machines want, and you can just optimize it for the machines.
Do you see these ships as part of like carrier strike groups, or how do you feel fitting into the Navy operations?
2 months ago, I think Admiral Trenk, who's the N96, the surface warfare requirements guy, he announced that the Navy is going to deploy at least 1 unmanned ship with a carrier strike group for the first time, which is super exciting.
That's pretty big.
So that's not Austin's analysis. That's just like what he said. I'm excited to see that. I think that they're going to start more working with the destroyers. And so the ConOps that I've sort of talked to the Navy about, and I think that they're leaning towards, is let these unmanned ships be battle buddies, be loyal wingmen to destroyers. And so you'll have a team of sailors on a destroyer, on an afloat control. Maybe it's 18 sailors or something like that.
Yeah.
Standing, 3 or 4 watch positions and a couple guys who are just like focused on maintenance. And they're controlling a squadron of 3 to 5 unmanned ships that are all around the destroyer or the set of destroyers or the carrier. So they could be with the carrier, but really they'd be working for the destroyer, which is working for the carrier, if that makes sense in that construct. And they're adding ammunition, and they're spread out as pickets, and maybe one of them's a decoy. There's like a lot of stuff they could be doing for that carrier strike group.
This makes sense. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to have some extra defenses for the carrier strike group.
And you could layer the defenses.
Yeah.
Because right now, your best hope is a $2 billion destroyer with a bunch of missiles on it. And if we have
a Sea-Wiz or whatever.
Yeah, and a Sea-Wiz. But like if it's a $2 billion destroyer and you're the CO and I'm shooting missiles at you, are you going to like let the missiles get close enough to use the Sea-Wiz every time?
You don't want to.
Yeah. but if we take a $20 million unmanned ship and we put 4 of these guys on it, right? Some machine guns with cheap ammo.
Yeah.
Well, if my $20 million ship goes right in the line of fire of that missile. Now I don't want to lose it,
But
if there's a bunch of missiles coming at it,
better than losing a carrier.
it's also not the target of the missiles because it's barely a little bit more than the missiles cost. So like their missiles are going to go over it.
Yeah.
We can shoot down a few of those things with the 50 cal.
What do you? Yeah, or the
or the drones
or 30 millimeter bigger
yeah.
ones lately. Yeah. What about Okay, so like hypersonic defense, not for your system, but like obviously the carriers. One of the problems is the hypersonics.
So I've been under hypersonic fire in Ukraine.
Yeah.
The Russians have been shooting hypersonics at the Ukrainians for a while because they have them. And I was pretty worried about that. And then the Patriots shot them down.
Yeah, we can hit them, right?
So like people keep. I think it's a good question, but like it hasn't been an issue when you have the ammo. So like let's make sure we have the ammo.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is make sure we have enough missiles to
missiles, dude. Missiles. The VLS, the missile count for the Navy, I think, is like the most important thing right now.
Yeah. What do we have? Not enough.
Not enough.
Who makes them? Who makes the missiles? It's like Raytheon.
Raytheon. Yeah.
Get some Raytheon stock.
I think. I think. Dude,
Let's
did you see Raytheon stock yesterday?
Let's check that
you should
Raytheon stock price.
pull up, dude. It's hilarious.
From the tweet.
Yeah, because when Trump tweeted, it went, whoop, and then they announced they're doubling the defense budget or whatever, and it went like straight.
Oh yeah,
it's so good. Yeah. Show the 5 day. Yeah. Because that shows you like okay, like normally very steady, and then it just got hammered.
Dude, that's so funny. I mean, it even has the news next to it. Oh yeah, look at this earnings beat. Wait, what is the market cap? 249 billion. Yeah, so the biggest winner. I mean, we talked about this on another podcast, but Rheinmetall, went from like 20 billion to 80 billion.
They've done well.
Or like 10 billion to 80 during the war.
I'm glad their CEO's still alive.
Yeah, and like think about that. They've captured more value than all U.S. defense tech startups combined, including Anduril.
Yeah,
because Anduril went from like 0 to 30 billion, or maybe it's 40 or 50 now. But Rheinmetall,
that's
if you add up
60 billion is way more than the market cap of all of us.
Yeah, They added so Rheinmetall, best defense tech startup.
How many unicorns do we have? Like,
I mean, we got like Saronic, we got Anduril. I guess you want to consider Epirus in there. You could.
Aren't there? I thought there was like 15 defense unicorns though now.
I'll probably do like a down round.
Because if you all the guys who've raised these there's like at least 5 companies that raised a couple $100 million this year.
Oh, this is Chaos.
Yeah. Castilian.
I think we're doing a panel at Tectonic with me, Epirus, and Chaos. I think that'll be fun.
What is Chaos doing? Have you had those guys on?
Well, no, they're very secretive. But I remember one time they did like a partnership pitch with me, and because they have like sensors for like cueing the gun. They have like a mesh network of radars. Or I don't even know what the fuck it is. But they were like, they started the call with like, everything on this call is confidential. You can't share it out. No record. Like they were like real stern with me, and I was like, guys, it's fucking whatever. Just
everyone has sensors, guys.
I was like, just get to the point. Like, let's go. What do you guys got? Like, what do you guys got? They're like very, very.
I get they're all in the agency, but like whatever.
They're really into their like secrecy.
Yeah,
and I think it's like part of their marketing, But I don't know. I saw their Series D deck. I don't know if you did, but it was fascinating.
I would love to see that.
I'll have to send it to you.
I could trade another deck for.
Oh no, I'll just send it to you.
Yeah. How many unicorns?
They're saying when I said 25.
Yeah, like zipline.
Whoa. We're using Gemini now.
Hell yeah.
Bro, Gen Z girl would not like this.
Yeah, she hasn't heard yet. She's still using ChatGPT.
Is this better now, you think?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like better with Google search. I don't even use ChatGPT.
Dude, how crazy is
I'm on
that?
GPT. I'm on nice.
You think ChatGPT is fucked?
Chat? It's good. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Man.
I think they're the Yahoo.
You think?
Yeah.
I've heard that hypothesis.
Big G moving in, big Google, and just fucking on everyone. That's.
I mean, the irony is that Elon funded it.
Yeah.
Well,
it didn't work out for him. Now it's not going to work.
Well, I don't think Elon really cares too much more about OpenAI.
No.
So here's a Google. So here's Google in defense for you.
Yeah.
So I saw my first Waymo in DC today. I was before. So for the audience, we're doing a 7:20 a.m. podcast here. This is the earliest Steve's ever recorded.
I mean, this is the earliest I've ever gotten up.
Yeah. Steve has to play. We have to play golf later, so
we're drinking whiskey.
We're drinking coffee. And I hit core power at 5:45
today.
Yeah.
No wonder you seem so fucking jacked.
And when I was coming back from core power, I rented my first Waymo on the street.
Nice.
And so Waymo is Google's autonomous vehicle company, right? here we are talking about how Google is smoking the
Yeah.
GPT game in
Yeah.
that space. We're Google's, Google Ventures,
Yeah, Google Ventures block. Yeah.
maritime autonomy play.
So
right?
you're like Waymo
Yeah.
of maritime.
Exactly. And we're
Oh shit.
the first Google Ventures backed defense
Yeah.
company that's publicly
Yeah.
out there. Like they're Google's moving, man.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot. And I think that they're gonna win in the circuit cards too. They're gonna make the GPUs, TPUs, or whatever. They got
Take out
hardware.
NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Yeah.
NVIDIA is obviously Jensen's obviously amazing and the company's amazing, but Google's fucking in there too. I mean, they're everywhere.
All right, I got a hot take for you.
Okay, hot take.
So, over break, when my dad and I were strategizing, how to uninvade various countries.
Yeah.
I had an idea while I was on the beach, and I was like, what if we?
That's so American of you, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what? And I was in the Caribbean, not down there, but in the Caribbean. What if the Taiwanese put let's say it's a 10% tariff or some sort of fee, right? I'm not really a big tariff guy, but like some sort of fee on all of the chips they're exporting from Taiwan, and they use that money to fund an arms buildup, like to boost the balls off their defense budget, right?
Yeah.
So Taiwan exports about $200 billion of like semiconductors and like adjacent products, and so a 10% fee on that being exported would be $20 billion a year, which is doubling their defense budget.
Yeah.
Like that would be like us adding $1 trillion to our defense
Yeah.
budget, which is insane, right?
Yeah.
And so that would literally fund like a massive arms buildup for them. And I texted started texting people. I texted the guy who wrote Chip War, Chris Miller. I texted a couple dudes in big tech, some guys on the Hill, some guys in the Navy, what's going to go, some Taiwanese guys, And I think there's two convincing arguments against it.
Okay.
Because obviously Steve and Austin were sick, bigger defense budgets, buy our stuff. Big tech in the U.S. would not like it because you're going to be basically having NVIDIA and Google pay the bills.
Yeah.
Because those are the guys who are buying and Apple, right?
Mhm.
They're the ones buying all the chips. And so then they probably have to pass those costs on to consumers here.
Yeah.
So that's one, and they have a very powerful lobby here.
Yep.
And a very powerful lobby on Taipei. The other argument, which Navy guys brought up to me, is the Taiwanese can't buy weapons from anybody. Only the U.S. sells them weapons, and a little bit France. So even the Japanese and other countries around there aren't selling them weapons because they don't have formal relations and stuff. And I guess the Chinese would freak out if they sell them weapons.
Yeah.
So that was a revelation for me. They literally have to go through this complex. Have you done FMS at all? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever we're doing FMS wise, selling to Taiwan is 10 times harder because there's more paperwork and everyone's more uptight about it.
Yeah.
So the poor Taiwanese have to do that to import anything, which sucks.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a big barrier, and that's
That is tough.
so you could create demand, but you don't have supply. It's sort of the opposite of the problem here. We're like, hey, we need more defense budget. We actually can build anything if you give us a little money and time.
Yeah.
Right. But they're even if we had the budget,
We can't spend it.
literally can't buy it from anyone because we have no domestic
Well,
defense
they
industry.
buy from us though.
Yeah.
Not us. I'm saying us, the
and that's
US.
and that's my argument.
Yeah.
So say President Trump, right? Strong backer of the defense industry based on the last couple tweets here. If there could be a case where someone in his shoes could say, hey, well, that's too bad that NVIDIA and Google don't want to pay a little bit more for their chips, but guess what? Someone's got to pay the bills for funding Taiwan's defense,
Yeah.
which is sort of a theme of his administration. It's someone's got to pay the bills. It's not just the American
Yeah.
taxpayer.
Yeah.
And if they're only going to buy stuff from American defense companies because we're the ones who actually sell them, that actually sounds like a great deal to us. And guess who buys the most Taiwanese chips after U.S. big tech? Chinese big tech. So tax those dudes at double.
Yeah.
And that's economics for you.
China wouldn't like that though.
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean,
What are they going to do, invade?
maybe. I don't think they would actually.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's
They'll just do it.
yeah.
They'll do
yeah,
it.
but
I'm with you on
that
it.
would solve it. But back to basic economics. When I took economics in undergrad, they're like, hey, if you guys buy cigarettes, there's a negative externality, i.e., there's a social cost to the world because you're paying $20 for a pack of cigarettes, but really there's a future $10 in social cost because you're going to go to get healthcare in 40 years and charge society that. So therefore, we're going to tax you. We're going to tax you $10 on your pack of cigarettes because that's going to go back to pay for someone's bills who has lung cancer now.
Yeah.
And the risk to Taiwan is a social negative externality for the entire planet. Anyone who's doing capitalism, which is almost all of us, and I think like if we need to charge, if they need to charge a couple of different groups for their safety, that'd be okay with me.
When are you running for office? I
tweeted this out.
Yeah,
no,
this is hot.
No,
hot.
I'm a defense deep state guy.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
you need to get in there and affect. You're a modern day Henry Kissinger or whatever, right?
A cocktail party Kissinger is what I call those guys.
Yeah,
yeah. Cocktail party Kissingers. Yeah. It's like armchair quarterback for foreign policy.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
But also that's good.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Oh yeah. What would be the podcast equivalent of that?
I'm the it's more like a Joe Rogan.
You just call them podcast.
Yeah. Is there a dude whose name starts with a P who is like big foreign policy know it all?
we're gonna die on the mics. As Jordy to quote Jordy from TVPN. This is it. This is the end of the road for me. The mic. I mean, after the Series B for ACS, I'm out, bro.
Are you guys doing now? Or?
I'm done. We're not doing it now. No, we're seeing. We're basically seeing if we never have to get another dollar here. So
yeah,
because
the government's buying so many.
Well, I would say some governments are. It depends on the government. We like to go to places that are not very well explored and sell there. Yeah, like places that aren't like the hot button areas.
Hey,
but there's a lot of
new stuff's opening up.
Surprisingly, I'm sure you probably are aware. There's a lot of drone conflict everywhere, which is great for shooting them down.
Venezuela, Nigeria, Myanmar, right? Like
Thailand.
So
I mean, it's crazy.
Here's a nice theme continuation from the last time I was on here. When I was on here before, you were like, all right, what are you doing on your blog, right? You got that blog.
Yeah.
So then I was writing a piece, I was about to put it out about all the wars they're breaking out all over the world.
Yeah.
And I titled the article From Taipei to Transnistria, just like two random places there could be conflicts. Because like, dude, there are like 50 countries all over the world where like major armed conflict like is going on or could easily break out.
Dude, it's crazy. I know, and we're upgrading our budget, our defense budget, as you saw last night, and we have huge debt, and we're fucking invading Venezuela. Well, I guess they didn't call it an invasion, but they called it. They didn't. No, Polymarket ruled it wasn't an invasion. It was like a kidnapping. So
smash and grab.
If you bet on invasion, you would have lost.
The technical term is smash and grab.
Smash and grab.
Yeah.
Like we got the conflict with Ukraine and Russia. I mean, we've got some shit in the Pacific. I mean, things are going. It's crazy time.
Yeah, but you could go through the list.
Sometimes I feel like we're all kind of doomed.
Yeah, but if you go through the list of like all the different countries of the world and like what's their most risky conflict, like a lot of them are like this is already happening or could break out.
Yeah.
Like the Israelis might go bomb Lebanon again. Like there's Sudan, South Sudan, Mali, Niger, Chad, Nigeria.
Yeah, I feel like if you
Faso.
don't have nuclear weapons, you're getting conquered.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah,
it's pretty much where it's going to be like 7 countries in the world.
Yeah, and then talk about drone problems. And I think I heard on your last episode, you're like, oh, we're doing rubber bullets in the drones, so they're less than lethal, so we can use them commercially, which is really cool. I think that's good for the world. So like, I was at Oktoberfest in Munich, obviously in October, and they shut down the airport because the Russian bastards were putting drones over the airport just to mess with the Europeans.
That's wild.
And then when we were all freaking out here in the Caribbean about air traffic, because the air traffic got shut down, and like lots of my co-founder got stuck in the BVIs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a good place to be stuck though?
Yeah, but he just wants to grind. So, and he's the CTO, so like he needs to grind back with the hardware dudes. Yeah. He's okay. He got out there. But all the billionaires with their private jets who were in St. Bart's, they all got stuck there. They had to take their yachts back from St. Bart's. I know.
Oh man.
I heard it was. I heard there was people stuck on Tom Brady's yacht and on like Jeff Bezos' yacht. It must have been terrible. Yeah.
Hilarious.
But like, so air traffic got shut down, and like we aren't used to this in the Western Hemisphere because we're very privileged and very safe here behind our oceans. But like over in Europe, man, all the time. Poland and Lithuania's airspace gets shut down like every month now, like randomly for missiles and like NATO activity, and it'll go down for like a day or two. Like
that's crazy,
and like that's because like drones are flying over. There's shahads and mohajirs moving around.
That's hurting commerce.
Yeah,
that hurts. That hurts global business.
Yeah. What do you think it's going to look like over the South and East China Seas?
I don't know. I mean, dude, honestly, I don't know how you feel, but I just feel like we're all doomed. I feel like we're going to large-scale conflicts everywhere.
Well, and like that area is one, like you could look. So I did air defense in the South China Sea, on carriers. That's one of the busiest air traffic lanes. Like the flights between
For sure.
Singapore, Hong Kong, Taipei, Tokyo, Seoul, like and Manila, those routes rip.
Yeah, because
in
there's
Jakarta,
like billions of people.
Massive population. Exactly. And like the water routes are slow and it's pretty far too. Like those are not like, it's not like,
Yeah, they're covering ground.
it's not like going from Manhattan to Long Island. Like it's not like a sea glider.
And they're shutting down that airspace sometimes?
No, but like my point is
Okay.
like the moment a single missile goes up, it's the whole thing shut down. You know, like I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, no one's flown a plane over Ukraine, a commercial plane over Ukraine in years.
Yeah, because they're all flying to like Poland or whatever.
Fly, you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flies, it dies.
Yeah.
If it flies, it
You have to
dies.
take a train for 14 hours.
Yeah.
Have you guys sent anyone in?
No. Whoa. Bro, we don't do conflict. Come on now.
Conflict comes to us and
Yeah.
it flies, dies.
No, that is like funny. Like the move. I was saying we're a prime.
Yeah.
Like the move fast and break things. Like that's not really like what we do here. Like we're more of like Blizzard Entertainment for the
Yeah.
defense industry. It's what our game's done when it's done, bro. Like we're not.
Yeah.
Like you get it when you get it.
Yeah.
You know, we're not trying to like you get investors, VCs will come, they'll be like, "Are you on Ukraine's battlefront yet?" And I'm like, "No, but why do you care?" They're like, "That's what I heard is good. That's where I heard the action is." And I'm like, "Wow, you read the news.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Yeah,
on
yeah.
reading the news."
Yeah.
But I do think that our competition will come from Ukraine, though. Like if you look at the competition for what we do. So speaking of competition, Ukrainians, they have some startups doing this, and I think that since they're in the actual battle,
Yeah.
like they have a greater need. So I think that's where like we get startup
so
competition from.
I met the commander of Kiev's air defenses when I was there, and he basically explained that he had a team of dudes in pickups who drive around Kiev with machine guns. Yeah, and you've done your market research.
and those
you know?
work.
Yeah.
I mean, just with a person.
Yeah, but this is the automated version.
But 50 cal with a person in a pickup truck can hit it to heads, no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're low, slow flyers. You just
Yeah.
got to take them down. You know.
It's like Cuba Gooding Jr. in
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor or whatever.
Yeah, but you guys are applying the way they're doing it there
Yeah.
with our tools to a battlefield of our shape. You
Yeah.
know? Which is like that's where Blue Water started. Right? Like I literally like was there in a drone factory. And was like, these drones are dope. We need some bigger ones for the Pacific because the Pacific's really big and our Navy has its own fleet architecture. You know.
Well, the Pacific is a whole like a theater that these things aren't as important, really. I don't think.
Dude, those things couldn't even get between like any two islands in the Pacific.
Yeah.
Or a destroyer in an island or whatever. Like,
Yeah. Like this isn't really a Pacific theater weapon, although Olaf said it was. I don't know if did you watch the episode?
I haven't yet.
There's a segment where I talk about how these small drones have no place in the Pacific, really, and he was like telling me I was wrong, which I didn't really challenge him. We don't really challenge people on the podcast.
Yeah, you should though. I mean,
Well, I mean, we get into it a little, but
yeah.
but like I can't really see it. Like I don't really see the little drones
Like, I mean, like,
in the Pacific theater.
well, it's just like you got to go hundreds of miles minimum.
It's crazy.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
things have 20K range.
And it's like this. It's like windy out there and shit.
Yeah,
And
and they're dope.
yeah.
Like
I'm not sure
they're
though.
dope. They're just different for different ranges. You know, like
Yeah, like when the land invasion happens,
Yeah. I could see it.
then
Yeah.
But in between battleships, dude, we're shooting missiles and stuff. Like,
yeah, and even the, like the speedboats in my space, like dope products.
Yeah.
Like Black Sea, you need to go a couple hundred miles to hit stuff. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing really well there. Like, and there's parts of the Pacific where you need to go a couple hundred miles, and they're gonna be a really big problem. Like the Taiwan Strait, for example.
Yeah.
But even like once you're going from like the Philippines up to Taiwan, or like going like down the Japanese islands from like sort of like the middle-ish south Japanese islands to Taiwan is still like 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
And the best speedboats ranges I've seen are like 400, 500, 600, you know?
Well, let's talk about the small USVs, like the Havocs of the world. How's that space? Because you're not in that space. You don't. But as a commentator,
Yeah.
what's
It seems
happening?
very competitive, man.
What's happening in that market?
It seems like a very competitive
Competitive
space. You know, the Navy bought 2 kind of really big tranches of small USVs. They bought a lot of Garks from Black Sea.
Yep.
And then they bought a lot of Corsairs from Saronic, like a couple hundred of each.
Yep.
And then the Navy was doing a lot of testing off of Southern California. And there was actually like Wall Street Journal coverage and like David Jeans wrote some scathing articles in Forbes or Routers, or I think he switched.
Our boy.
Yeah, your boy. Yeah.
Well, I'm
And-
the warlord.
Yeah,
So,
you're the you're the warlord. Yeah, but there are other like lesser warlords who like
Yeah.
don't test their products as thoroughly as
Lesser
Steve,
warlords.
according to David Jeans. So he, you know, some of these journalists savaged a couple companies,
Yeah.
and then later they went and savaged Anduril like in December. You guys probably saw that.
I brought it up to David though. I was like, hey, why are you being so harsh on these companies?
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean, Steve? I'm actually being nice.
Yeah, but like guess what? It's hard. You need to like test and experiment a lot. But also I actually don't love, and I know they're dealing with the Navy, and the Navy's very insular and terrible PR. But like, if my company had a testing failure and like we had stuff break on our test vessel this week and last week, and we learned from it.
Yeah.
And guess what? We told the program office about it, and they're like, "Oh, that's sick. You learned that." You know?
Yeah.
But like, if my company had stuff like break and like someone like freaked out about it, like that would be a massive marketing opportunity for me. Where I'd be like, "That's sick that you're covering this. You were a thanks for not understanding the problem."
Yeah.
Like I don't even need to be defensive because like you're just not using your brain correctly here.
But I think most people are conditioned now to know like, oh, the media doesn't
agree.
fully know.
However, when there was this testing issue with the USVs specifically, like there's a ski jump video.
Yeah.
Like Jack, you could play. Like there's a thing where like I think a Gark and a Corsair, like the Saronic vehicle and the Black Sea vehicle, one of them did a jump off of. They crashed into each other and did a jump off of each other, and like I think a dude might have had to jump
they're
overboard.
supposed to crash, right?
Yeah, but like, literally, that's the answer. Is like, it's like they should have, whichever companies think crashed in the other one, it should have been like, we designed our things to crash into the side of Chinese ships, and they should have done a hype video showing it practicing like some crashes like 10 times, and the last one it goes into a render of a Chinese Liuyang 3, and like blasted that out and been like, fuck you, Wall Street Journal. But like I mean like no like I don't know why they can't tell a story because like this is how we roll, boys. You know, like this is how we roll. We test hard. Things break all the time, and we learn from it. So taking this forward though, so like those are two of the most important companies in our space because like they're doing the big speedboat programs with the Navy. They're clearly learning stuff. I think they could be telling the story better. However,
as the marketer,
I mean like, and I'm trying to fire myself from all the jobs at Blue Water except for storytelling, basically.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
You get it. Yeah. Which is why I have the podcast. I need something to fall back on when when everyone realizes that they're all better than me at everything else at Blue Water. You know,
this is what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. I'm bullish.
And so then I can go play golf with you. You know, but so then in December we had a really nice moment where the Navy actually started kind of telling the story about some of its problems it was solving. Right? They talked about frigate. They talked about landing ship for the Marines that they're doing. You know, they canceled the frigate, they built a new frigate, they're talking about battleship, right? And they also announced this contract with Saronic where they're building like a couple hundred Corsairs. But the crazy part is that this contract was public back in the summer. Like you can pull it up on the date on all the public data, like a couple $100 million, bunch of, I don't know, a couple hundred Corsairs, you know, like and like it was all public record back in the summer, and like no one said anything. And so like, why are we so secretive about stuff that's already public? And like, it's good that they're announcing it in December. Yeah. But like, own that when it happens. Put feedback into the market the moment something happens. Celebrate it and be like, we're doing this. This is important to us. You know, it's like they're starting.
Well, it's the holidays. People are busy.
Yeah, people are busy building naval power. Steve,
marketing teams are busy.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Like we tell the story better. But like that's some of the bigger stuff that's going on in the space.
Like we had the holiday party. We didn't have time to do a lot of stuff in December. You know? We were working on the party.
Yeah, but so like it's the speedboat space though is very competitive.
It is.
I'm not sure. Besides those two like big contracts, like a couple of those companies have onesie twosies with with warfare centers and stuff. But like that's the programmatic play. So like if I wasn't on one of those two big buys, like that's a tough position to be in that market.
That's true.
You know.
So the Army's done recently a reorg. Yeah. Has the Navy gone through similar structural changes? Like I know there's like IWS 11 or that's what we sell to, or like what's like the structural changes lately, and like who do you talk to? Help it for the startup listeners that want to sell to the Navy. Yeah, give us a little education.
It's a big cluster. Yeah, so the Navy's in a full reorg of all its acquisition stuff. They have changed all their PEOs to PAEs.
So similar to the Army.
Yeah, very similar to the Army in that regard. The first PAE they're launching is PAE Robotic and Autonomous Systems. Okay. They're absorbing all the autonomous stuff. So like before the PEO,
that's going to be a very large PAE.
Very large. Yeah. Battleship sized PAE. Yeah. Some would say. Yeah. The PEO that I was working with was PEO unmanned and small combatants. And so these guys were managing everything from like UUVs to USVs to the frigate, because they called the frigate a small combatant. But like the reorg now is just focusing everything on robotic and autonomous systems, which I think makes sense.
That'll be good.
And like,
have they put a leader in there yet?
Rebecca Gassler was an SES, and I think she came up on like some overmatch stuff, and she worked with Vice Admiral Okano when she was IWS.
So civilian in charge.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Thank God.
I know. Yeah,
no, you need that.
Yeah.
It's a civilian-controlled military.
Yeah. But the reorg's happening. Not fully fleshed out. We need to see how do you act, right? Because like that's great. There's an org chart, but like I need to see how people move.
Yeah.
But to me, like I work with the PMS 406 guys a lot, and like. Those dudes wake up every morning and they think about unmanned vessels.
Are they here in DC?
They're in Navy Yard. Yeah. But like, you need that expertise, like waking up in the morning on the customer side, thinking about the same problems.
Yeah.
At the PEO, at the 1-star level, advising that SES or 1-star.
Yeah.
Because like until this reorg, like they were thinking about frigates when they woke up in the morning. That doesn't work for me.
No. But okay, so the unmanned, that's similar. Like when I remember when we were last year trying to talk to different organizations in the Navy, and for the Navy listeners. I know we have a good amount, actually. This is an important piece of feedback. It was hard to figure out who owned it, like who owned autonomous fires, But I think now with this new PAE, maybe it's in the side of this thing.
So I got a question about autonomous fires. What weapon systems? Say it's like my type ship, size ship, where like we have some missiles which are like super sophisticated, could like go hundreds of miles.
Yes.
And we have stuff all the way down to like simpler. We have EW for defensive purposes, and we have like turrets and maybe even some bigger guns. Which of those are going to be controlled autonomously and should be controlled autonomously? And are we ready to tech-wise control autonomously? And which ones are going to have to stay with a human somewhere else controlling it?
Well, I mean, let's just assume you had a human controlling the guns, like from afar, because you have no people on the ship. There's like a lag though because of the Starlink. So
and then I jammed you. What about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like it might be a little. Like you might need to have autonomous fires just logistically. Like it might be too slow to react.
Oh yeah.
So I think probably defensive systems will be autonomous, like CWIT, like it's precedent. I think offensive firing will probably still have. I think it'll be depending on offense or defense. Is where I think.
Yeah. No, I have the same exact mindset.
Yeah.
And because like if you don't have the defensive systems, the autonomous.
Like you're gonna get.
They're gonna jam. They're gonna jam. They're gonna be like, oh, a human in the loop, great. We're gonna jam all your stuff and we're gonna take over this boat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the jamming stuff is crazy. Although drones, like for the drone world, switching slightly, they're getting pretty hardened to jamming these days. I mean, this whole thing, according to Olaf, is a Faraday cage itself, so this can hover in front of microwaves like Epirus.
Well, I mean, it can't be that much of a Faraday cage because it can communicate out. So
it's
not a Faraday cage itself. Right?
Well, I agree. Like I don't know.
There's an antenna on there somewhere.
I mean, this part's not really shielded.
Yeah.
Well, this is an older model.
Yeah. But I see. He's saying we're shielding the compute inside and the wiring inside, but then we have an antenna externally that'll interface out.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to.
Yeah.
But I mean, the EWs, there will always be EW on the battlefield. It's just like everyone's building products now to try to obviously be hardened against that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how good it gets. But I mean, with the drone space, they're doing a lot of like frequency hopping, trying to switch channels over and over again.
Dude, is frequency hopping like, and like software defined radio stuff for that, like, is that mill controlled tech or is that exportable like commercial?
I mean, there's certainly like people know how to do it. It's not like there's any secret to it.
The logic makes algorithmically is just like
we can. So like I don't really know if it's like that controlled.
Yeah.
But there are not like most radios are made in like China.
Yeah.
So I know Nero said they're building their own radio, which is it's a pretty good amount of work.
Yeah.
But then potentially sell it to other drone makers. Because there's not a lot of radio options if you're like right now. That's one of the problems.
Steve, what company do you think sold the most UAS to? Like in
UAS?
Yeah.
I mean Skydio or like Red Cat.
Or what about in the last 2 or 3 years?
Red Cat?
Yeah.
Teal?
Okay.
Sure.
So like Neros gets a lot of hype.
They've sold a bunch.
Yeah.
They've sold a bunch.
Yeah. But they're new. That's why, because like Skydio's been around for a long time, so that probably is the correct answer.
I think Skydio or probably Red Cat or something for US drones, but I mean, we're not really selling a lot. Like I don't think that's one of the problems with our drone industry.
Well, when you ask, you're like, hey, what do you think about the USV market? Well, I think the USV market, the UAS market, one of the reasons there are a lot of companies is that the small stuff is relatively easy to build because you have access to the components and you can integrate it quickly, at a low cost. But then the problem is that they're only buying a couple hundred or a couple thousand, and then how do you?
Which isn't as bad for the USVs as it is for the drones. Like if you buy a couple of thousand drones, it's nothing. A couple thousand Corsairs, it's good revenue.
A couple thousand Corsairs would be great revenue, but like what would they do with?
Well, they're not really buying 1,000.
That's my point. Yeah. That's the problem with that market.
What are they
is
just sit in the water?
Yeah.
Well, it's a problem with the market until there's a conflict.
Yeah. No, but I think the peacetime TAM for like small USVs is like a couple thousand.
Well, this is important for. I talked to VCs about this.
Yeah.
It's in peacetime TAM.
Yeah.
Is important.
Yeah.
Like we don't fall into any of that trap.
Yeah.
1,000 turrets, which is like they have 60,000 vehicles in the army. Like
exactly
1,000 turrets is hundreds of millions of revenue, and it's peacetime fine.
Yeah.
But peacetime TAM for expendable stuff.
Exactly.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I always talk about price times quantity.
Yeah.
Price times quantity.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. PQ model needs to be good in defense for your defense startup. Like it needs to be.
Yeah.
And I think with the small drones, the prices, the P is a little too low, and the quantity is also too low.
Yeah. The quantity is already too low, and then like even if you boost it a ton, it's like
the P. Yeah. And so like, but your price times quantity. I mean, you could sell one ship, or maybe like 4 ships, and you're like,
if we sold a couple ships a year, we'd be like, good.
It's like a really great price times quantity. So it's a good peacetime. It's good in war or peacetime, which is what you really want as a venture investor.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a venture investor. My portfolio is not that good, but I mean, I am invested in Posh, so that's pretty good. You've seen that shit, Posh? You've seen that? It's like Partiful, but worse. No, I'm just kidding. It's
right,
better than Partiful.
So I got. So you made fun of investors earlier for obviously not yours or mine, but other about hot takes from Ukraine, right? Just like too directly applied, which like I'm like I see that because I was there like
dude. Why aren't you in Ukraine yet? What the fuck?
Because our thing is built for U.S. ConOps,
Black Sea,
Black Sea, dude.
Black Sea.
Yeah.
You're not in Ukraine yet. I can't invest.
Yeah,
I'm not investing.
Yeah, but I'm the defense in that, right? I'm like, hey, I was there, during blah blah, and then they kind of stopped with that,
Yeah, you're like, I was there.
I was like, let's go together. You tell your wife, we'll go together. We'll go spend a week there, get blown up together on the front.
Oh, that's a really good answer. I'm gonna start using.
You should come with me. Yeah.
Just be like, me and Austin, we've been there a lot.
Yeah. We'll go meet some dudes in a trench.
No, actually,
you'll never want to ask that
quick
question
aside.
again.
I swear to God, quick aside. You know that James Acuna guy on LinkedIn? Have you seen that guy?
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, at D-Side in London, he was doing like a speech or whatever, and he was telling people that he knows me. She doesn't, and that we've hung out.
You guys aren't boys?
And that he took me to Ukraine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, he made up a whole story. No, I swear to God. And I was like, I just went with it. I was like, yeah, dude, if I can go with this guy to Ukraine.
All right, so what I want to get out there, because that's a ridiculous.
That's hilarious.
Good
I've
for
never
him.
been
Good for
there.
you. Yeah, that's celeb. Yeah. So he's gonna be like that influencer, comes takes a selfie outside of the office here with the with the logo.
Yeah, been to Ukraine with Steve. I actually showed him the ropes there.
Yeah.
I was like,
all right. So what's the dumbest take you guys have seen coming out of the Venezuela thing applied to like broader defense tech?
Oh, I bookmarked one. Hold on,
because I wouldn't I was like, here's the thing I want to talk about in the air with Simone.
Yeah. Hold on, I bookmarked a really good one.
Okay,
we have to pull this up.
So you pull yours up. I'll tell you.
Okay, tell me yours. You first.
I saw a great one last night where some dude just got really hot and bothered about helicopters, and he's like, "Helicopters are back! Like this is proof that helicopters are the way of war for the whole future." I know, yeah.
I mean, those helicopters rolled in so slowly, like they couldn't shoot those down.
They don't have air defenses, dude.
Bro, that's because on Twitter they said they actually do, but it was all staged. One of the takes is that.
They don't have live air. They don't have live air defenses.
One of the takes, though, I'll just tell you, I have a couple takes that I read on Twitter that I saved. One of them is this was a trade between Trump and Putin, Maduro.
Yeah, I've read the takes. Yeah,
Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's a trade, and it was a staged kidnapping, and that Maduro is going to be going to Russia soon to hang out and retire. That's one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But like, take the strategic out of it. Just like take like purely like tactical observations that are like facts, right? Like for instance, like there were a bunch of U.S. helicopters is like a fact, right? Like everyone agrees there are a bunch of helicopters, and then like apply that to like operational level. Hey, there's a market for this defense thing, like this type of, and like that's one I saw where I was like, dude, like it worked really well in that situation, like because also because guess what? We had the entire U.S. Air Force over and the entire CIA is on the ground paying people off, and the Air Force schwacked the top 100 air defense sites. Like that, my biggest like issue with an event like this, and this is probably because I lived in the Middle East, is like when you go in and do this, you have to bomb 100+ sites, and when you bomb people, they remember for the rest of their lives. There are people, and you have a 3-year-old daughter, right? So if they had to bomb their way into Alexandria here, right, to like get to Old Town and
Yeah.
grab someone in Old Town and get out, they'd be blowing shit up all down this street. They take out this headquarters first,
No
obviously.
way.
You
No
know,
way.
yeah.
No way.
But like hit all the
We have
C2
air
nodes,
defenses.
hit the C2 nodes, hit all the Patriot batteries, right?
Yeah.
And like people remember that, and people see it, and it's scary, man. It's loud, and you wake up and your chest shakes,
Yeah.
and the fucking building shakes, and you feel like it's fear.
Yeah.
You know, and like people remember that for the rest of their lives. And like in the Middle East, we did that for decades, and that's why a whole generation of young men hate America.
Well, I mean,
And they went to prison. And like read how like
Yeah.
ISIS started.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole thing, you know. And
Yeah.
like and we need to be really careful when we do that, you know. And so like that's the thing that's like very risky to do.
yeah.
And like that's also like why the helicopters were fine, because we blew away all their air defense.
But I mean, the Twitter mob says there was actually in the conspiracy versions of Twitter that I frequent
Yeah.
said that there was no casualties though.
Yeah. Except for all those Cuban guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my favorite take though.
All right.
Back to the Henry Kissinger theme of this podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can skim it. But basically, this is about the petrodollar system that has kept America dominant economic power for 50 years. Blah, blah, blah. Oil. Okay, scroll down. So it's entire American financial system is built on one thing, the petrodollar. In 1974, Kissinger made a deal with Saudi Arabia. And he goes on to talk about how this was about American hegemony. And this was massively strategic. We're keeping the dollar going in that we're trying to stop BRICS, basically. And this is like, if you try to mess with the petrodollar, we're going to start invading. And this is like the big take here.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
I mean, there's a play oil-wise. Like, take out like us taking their oil, like, oh, that's like
yeah.
Just like if Venezuelan oil starts producing a lot.
See, every nation considering de-dollarization just got the message. Challenge the dollar and we will bomb you.
Yeah. But it could like lower the price of oil enough, like systemically.
Yeah.
That would cause bigger problems for the Russian defense budget, which to me would be hilarious.
See, I mean, this one goes on. I mean, this is like, I think this is written by ChatGPT or sorry, Gemini or whatever. Venezuela, well, hold on. Venezuela isn't the beginning. It's the desperate end. What do you think? Basically, this guy, this is one of the takes I had to bookmark.
This is also something you can tell he used AI to write this.
Oh, dude, totally. It's the pet, but he's like talking. He's like, write me a Twitter shit post that talks about trying to save the U.S. petrodollar based on the Venezuela conflict.
It isn't.
Or maybe
the photos of Nixon landing in China or whatever he's doing there, or Saudi Arabia is so good. Yeah.
I mean, I like the ad below. If you're a B2B company struggling to generate qualified leads.
Is that you, Steve?
No, honestly, we get so much fucking inbound, bro. It's nuts. It's just nuts. Like, yeah, I think I don't even know. There's not much for me left to do here. I did it. It's done.
Yeah, media figure.
It's done, bro.
Yeah,
media figure.
Warlord media figure.
I mean, after this Series B, I'm going to get really weird. Like, I'm already weird enough, but like, it's going to get much weirder. Like, as Elon says, the most entertaining outcome is the most likely.
Yeah.
That's where I want to head with this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I need to like get super eccentric.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so what else how big is the team here in DC now?
DC, we're like 6 full-time in DC.
All sales, marketing,
a couple engineers. We poached all these
engineers here though. Why?
Because we poached them off a DARPA program. They built DARPA's unmanned ship.
Which one? The Manta Ray?
No, the ship.
Oh, the ship.
Yeah.
What's the unmanned ship?
It's called the Defiant.
Is it fine? Can we see it?
Yeah. You actually this one's out there.
DARPA Defiant.
This is the most recent. This is the most advanced unmanned ship on the planet. So DARPA Defiant. Yeah, no manning.
I'm not
do images.
I'm not a big DARPA guy.
Yeah, go to images.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So.
Oh shit.
Ryan, Andrew, and Alan built this, and they were doing it until like the summer.
How long ago?
Came over to Blue Water. They finished it like in the summer.
So this thing exists.
It's like doing sea trials. Yeah.
So is it gonna work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, it worked. It's gonna probably. I mean, I can't say everything about what it
I know.
might
Why
do.
why not just like take this over and just build yours are gonna be better design.
Because this design does not fit naval requirements.
It doesn't look big enough.
So DARPA optimized it for endurance, and so it can do a year at sea, which is just like too long. If you told an admiral 3 months or 4 months, he's like, well, what do I do with the 4th month? And like, there's some line somewhere where it's just 2 months.
Well, you want like 90 days, like a fast attack.
Yeah. Exactly.
90. Yeah.
And like maybe it's 80 days, maybe it's 100 days, but like it's not a year. So like they over optimized for endurance. and then it's sort of pencil shapedy, and so it doesn't carry many missiles.
We
so,
shouldn't really be letting parts of the government design things that we're not going to use, though.
Yeah, exactly. So there's arguments for and against, and like this actually developed like some nice supplier networks and honestly talent that's helping me accelerate, and Saronic. They have some guys.
Okay.
Yeah, but so like it doesn't fit the requirements perfectly. It probably is. I mean, I think not fitting the requirements perfectly is probably the strongest argument.
Yeah.
But then like the company that built it, called Serco, a great company, but is a services company.
I know Serco, yeah.
Serco's a services company.
Yeah.
They're not a product company. They're not a shipbuilding company. So like that's where I'd be like, are they really going to go stamp out like hundreds of these? I don't think that's their business model. They make money off cost plus time materials. So I don't think they're the ones. They'd be the ones who the type of company business model wise who the president would be upset with for exec compensation because their business model is cost plus.
How do you balance being like a shipbuilder building the ship versus being like a system integrator, where you could deliver a ship and be like, okay, now L3, you put all the shit on it, and like you want to do both, right?
Great. So like one of the dudes I work closest with, Blue Water, like yesterday, who's like new, so like he asked me, I was like, oh, we should say we're the lead system integrator in here, and I'm like, we are the lead system integrator, but that can't be our identity, because if we say we're the lead system integrator, it puts us in a bucket with our lead system integrators, and so we're like, hey, we're a shipbuilding company, we're the prime, but we're a tech product company, right? And like don't try to think too hard about what bucket to put us in, because we're doing a bunch of different stuff,
Yeah, but you still have to you have a lot of job where you have to get other products on there.
100%. And we're in it. The core problem we're solving is we're integrating. And if Blue Water is super successful, a decade from now or 2 decades from now or whatever, the one thing we will have achieved is we did a 3-way platform, and we connected, i.e. integrated, we connected the shipbuilders, like the old industrial base, with the tech, the new industrial base, with the Navy.
Yep.
And then like commercial after that. But like right now the Navy, and like those 3 groups, when the Navy talks to the shipbuilders, they buy stuff the old way, cost plus, but long requirement cycles, right? When the Navy talks to tech, they buy like smaller tech products and software, and like the Navy's so bad at buying that stuff, and like there's a lot of friction there, But then if tech works at shipbuilding without the Navy, well, there's not enough capital really to build stuff. So like the 3-way connectivity is really the problem that Blue Water is solving.
Okay, cool. How do you think about like all the unions and stuff in shipyards?
We work in private yards.
Yeah, I mean, like they're going to unionize though, eventually.
No,
not
of states.
Yours maybe, but like maybe in like Louisiana, maybe Saronics they'll unionize.
My hunch, I haven't looked at Gulfcraft specifically.
Wait till I get down there, bro. I'm running the union.
I mean, I'm in Louisiana, so at Conrad we have 1,100 shipbuilders working at Conrad. We have 5 shipyards, built 30 ships last year, and not a single union guy. And like, I have no beef with unions. I think they could slow things down and could jam up some of our aggressive vision. But like, we have a nice flexible labor market down there. My hunch is the other Louisiana yards are all the same, because normally it's a state regulation thing, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking like, unions are, I mean, obviously in the NFL there's a union. Still works.
Yeah.
Players union.
Yeah.
But like, I could see like these large, if we're going to start to build up a lot of ships.
Yeah.
There's a lot of workers on these yards.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, they might want some workers' rights or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Or we could just pay them more.
We could do that.
You know what we could do?
Well, Elon's, anytime Tesla tries to unionize, he kills that.
So, Elon hates unions. So here's the guest I'm trying to have on my podcast, because you got to be a shipbuilder to come on. Have you guys heard of Blue Forge Alliance?
Oh, yeah.
These guys who run ads at sports games about how great it is to build submarines and stuff, like we build giants. They're cool ads, it's like hype for the Navy,
Yeah.
And so these dudes are like running all these ads and creating like sick marketing using billions of dollars. Like, why don't we just use that money to increase wages?
Yeah.
For some dudes, like you could buy a couple more submarines.
Yeah, you could just do that.
I'm sure there's math, but I want to have someone from Blue Forge on.
In this, you should.
And I keep inviting them, and they're like, I think they're worried about.
Do they respond? They're heads down building?
Well, except they're not, because they're running ads. Like, I know.
That's when people reject my podcast and they say that to me, like founders. They'll be like, oh no, I'm heads down building.
I use that line. My GPT's trained to just spit that out in response to certain emails. Yeah,
I'm heads down building after my recent fundraise, Steve. I can't be distracted with this. And I'm like, okay, I have the greatest podcast in defense. Like, that's what are you talking about?
But I think those guys are worried, because I do confront people on my podcast. I'm like, why are you doing this? They're probably worried about that.
Yeah, they don't want to like get challenged yet.
Yeah.
And I mean, but we're
Their
like
ads
so
are sick,
nice.
dude.
We're so nice.
Dude, I go to sports games, like I see their ads. I'm literally like trying
Yeah.
to build stuff, dude. Like, how do we work?
Yeah, let's work together.
Yeah.
What I mean, okay. What other? We have some other good topics, right, Jack?
Yeah.
I had a bunch of other good stuff.
Are we on? How long are we on for?
We'll go a little more. We're
90 minutes.
one soon.
Okay.
But I had a couple good banter topics here.
I just want to see how long my ride is to Army Navy.
Oh yeah, Army Navy.
Yeah.
You going to the field?
I'm going to do some recruiting at the Army Navy Country Club.
Oh, NCC. Oh, it's close.
Yeah.
Here, 50.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the drive so I can text this guy.
You got to recruit.
Let's do 7 more minutes and I'll
That's
be
perfect.
there at 9:45.
Well, we're just gonna end on
There's this mega trends in back in 2026.
Well, we have this USV post here about this. Oh, that's a new USV company. Never mind. Shift Coastal Technologies. What the fuck?
Have you seen this one? I wrote this huge mega trend.
Oh
It
yeah.
actually went kind of viral.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Okay. No, I don't want to cover that. That guy's lame.
Okay. All right, so I'll
Do you
call
know
my
this
word
guy?
for you here. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Do you know this guy?
Mike.
Black Scholes. You guys know the Black Scholes model?
Yeah, Black-Scholes
It's a
equation.
big deal. Yeah.
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 That's like the big stock trading thing.
Yeah. Put it in your model for your Series B.
Yeah.
You should Black Scholes it.
I'm going to do my
Try to
series.
try to mansplain Black Scholes
My
to a
series-
VC.
My Series B data room is just written in crayon, and it just says, if you don't understand weapon stations,
Yeah,
get the fuck
yeah,
out of here. You don't get this. No, I wanted to talk about this this guy blasting through. Oh wait, by the way, speaking of the Venezuela thing though, one more thing. Was it was it Delta Force or was it the SEALs? Like,
Delta.
There's been okay.
Delta.
Why wasn't it the SEALs?
The whole joke is
Yeah.
it's Delta because there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's a SEALs.
Yeah.
Be a movie.
There'd be a movie. Yeah.
And 7 books and 20 podcasts.
There'd be guys asking to come on your podcast about it already.
Like, yeah, I did it. I mean, that just means the SEALs are great at marketing, right? These are great. They know how to monetize.
Despite what I was saying with the Navy not telling a story properly. Yeah.
The SEALs do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the SEALs do. Well,
Yeah.
no, we don't. We can pretty much wrap it. I think this is a pretty good episode. We went pretty far here. Any other announcements for the? Oh, you're gonna save the announcements.
I mean, what I would say is we're going to throw a great party in San Diego.
What are the dates? Do we know the dates?
It's the Wednesday, the 10th. Let's see. It's only be like 100. It's a cocktail party. We're
Yeah.
keeping it a little exclusive.
Exclusive. Is Steven gonna be there? Marcus? Isn't he an investor?
He might be there. I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it. We'll see. Yeah. Wednesday the 11th.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah. We're gonna go
Wednesday the 11th of what?
February.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Plug your podcast.
He did shipbuilding.
We may
What's it
record.
called? It's called Shipbuilding.
It's called Rebuilding the Fleet.
Rebuilding the fleet.
Yeah.
Rebuilding the fleet.
Yeah.
And that's airs every what?
Well, we do seasons, so
Yeah.
there's another episode coming out this week and then one next week, and that'll be the end of the season, and then we'll probably wait a quarter
And then
and
do
go
another
to and we do all live in person
it's
like you
live.
and visual.
visual.
And so we go to on site and
Rebuilding
we
the fleet.
record at people's shipyards and stuff too, which
That's
is fun. We have a studio in DC because you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
But then we're gonna go through 3 shipyards
Yeah.
in the South in March or April, and
Nice.
have the ships behind us in the backdrop. It's
That's the way.
All right. Don't
Yeah.
steal my Gen Z girl idea because that's gonna be fire.
yeah,
Oh,
we're not gonna do that.
Imagine having Gen Z girl on there talking about shipbuilding. That's funny.
Well, so Tim is Tim is like the Blake Lively character of shipbuilding. I can't make this
Yeah.
shit up. He is the gossip. He literally something happens in shipbuilding.
He knows it.
50 people texting, 50 very well informed shipbuilding dudes texting him what's going on, trading details. It's kind of sweet.
That's perfect. And he's a host, or
He and I are the co-hosts.
oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
perfect.
And we're twinning because we're I'm the
Do you-
new founder. He's the actual shipbuilder. You know.
Do you want him? You should bring on one of the old SCSs from NR, like the shipbuilding ones,
Oh yeah.
like Karen Henneberger.
I know Karen. Karen's great.
You should bring Karen.
Karen's awesome.
Karen's a
Yeah, Karen's awesome.
Really a family.
Yeah.
The Hennebergers are family friends.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
they're legends in the
Karen's sick. Yeah.
shipbuilding game. Actually, her husband Mark consults for ACS does our paperwork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, does our regular.
Okay. Yeah, Karen
yeah.
came in and did a red team with us on one of our proposals. It was fun.
Oh,
She gave
Karen's
great feedback. Yeah.
Karen's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I've known that family for a long time. Actually, Mark, her husband, was COO of my last startup. So
Oh.
it was.
Oh yeah. So you guys go way back. Yeah.
Hilarious too,
Yeah.
because my board at my last company, which was restaurant software,
Yeah.
they were like, "You want to hire a guy that ran a $2 billion budget for instrumentation and control for the nuclear navy to
So
be
good.
to be a restaurant tech COO?"
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he's the smartest guy I knew. Why wouldn't
This is why you and Steve Marcus get
Yeah.
along, because
Yeah.
toast to defense.
Yeah, no, it is. It's exactly why.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had having a Hennenberger in the restaurant tech company was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just so
That's,
funny.
that's awesome.
All right, bro. Well, it's good
All
to
right.
see you.
All right.
Always-
What's the bet on how many more USV companies will have launched between now and our next
We'll
episode?
probably do one in the summer, so I'd say 5.
Only 5? No, dude,
Pump those numbers up.
Oh yeah. There's also like
Pump those numbers.
literally
up.
like I'm not even kidding. 2 USV companies launched this week that I've learned about new this week.
I had one in the banter
Like
channel.
random. I'm like, where are you guys?
Did
like,
you- did
or
you-
it's like random like big companies
Yeah.
that have decided they're going to launch a product here, and it's like,
Wild.
yeah,
Well, Austin, I'm excited to come to San Diego to the
Yeah,
launch.
it'll be
and I'm
great.
excited to watch rebuilding the fleet.
fleet.
I got it right this time.
Yeah,
On YouTube.
It's kind of like for you guys.
Apple.
Yeah.
Drones, they fly, they die. Ships,
Yeah.
we build, we rebuild.
Yeah.
we build.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
All right.
Our boys.
Later, bro.